So today we're going to start talking about time management. And I think one of the most important things that you can do as an agent, especially a newer agent, is set the tone from the beginning. Okay. You have to make time for time management. Okay. So with that said, I hope everybody got a copy of the fill in the blanks paper that I sent. Everybody got that? You got that, Jim?
Yes.
Okay. All right, we're gonna go through it and let's get going here. Hi, Dave. I see that Patty joined now too.
Yeah, she should be on.
Yep, she's on. Did you get a copy of the blank fill in the blank sheet?
Oh,
It
is
was
it a,
attached to it. Doesn't matter. We're gonna go through it, sir. So
okay,
it was part of the email. But I was just saying about time management as a newer agent. It's so important to set the tone from the start to have good time management. Okay. Good time management makes you more productive, and a productive agent makes more money. Okay. It's just a plain fact. So, with that said, let's go into our training. So, the first thing is dedicate 30 minutes of every hour to the most productive task possible. 30 minutes every hour. So 30 minutes every hour is what? 50% of an hour, right? What's an average work day? 8 hours a day. So whether you do it every 30 minutes in every hour or spend 4 hours in the beginning of the day or 4 hours at the end of the day, you have to give at least 4 hours to being the most productive task possible. Income producing tasks. What are income producing tasks? Prospecting, lead follow up, reaching out to your spheres of influence, networking, making new contacts. Okay. So those are the types of things you have to do to be a productive agent. And you should do that at least 30 minutes every hour, which equates to half a day, 4 hours a day. Okay. By limiting your work hours, you can ensure maximum efficiency during the time you do work. Okay. So here's where I see a lot of people tend to procrastinate because they feel like they have endless time. Okay. I can't get to this right now. I'll do it later. Or I'll do it later today at 8 o'clock, after the kids are asleep. And really all you're doing is just procrastinating. Okay. If you limit yourself and just say, I'm going to work between 8 and 5 p.m., okay, then you're going to get everything done during that time as much as you can. By doing that, you're going to ensure maximum efficiency. Okay. At the start of the year, set the number of work days and deduct 10% for sick days or unplanned absences to reduce guilt. So I know every agent thinks we work 24/7, but you have to give yourself some time too. Okay. And there's 365 days in the year, right? And out of that, there's 52 weeks. So there's 52 weekends, which means there's 104 Saturdays and Sundays. Okay. So if you take that out, you're left with, what is that, 240 days? And you take away 10% of that for sickness and vacations and such, you're really only left with about 230 days to work for the entire year. Okay. So you have to make those 230 days as productive as possible, because those are the days that you're going to make enough money to make sure that you can survive 365 days a year. Okay. Your schedule should align with your yearly goals. Your schedule should align with your yearly goals. If your goal is to sell 150 homes a year, then your schedule needs to reflect that. Okay. If your goal is to sell 1 or 2 homes a year, heck, you might not even need a schedule, right? But if you want to be at the top of your game and you want to sell a lot of real estate, your goals should align with your schedule. Meaning, you know that it's going to take 100 contacts for every sale. So your schedule has to reflect enough time for you to reach out to 20 people a day in order for you to sell 1 house a week. Okay. A well-defined schedule can address most productivity issues if strictly followed. A well-defined schedule can address most productivity issues if strictly followed. And at the end of this class today, we're going to look at a schedule that's going to show you, or at least give you a basis to follow to have a productive day. Okay. Make your daily schedule visible to many by posting it in multiple locations to promote accountability. If you have to, post it on your door in the office, post it on your refrigerator so your family can see it. Your phone schedule, calendar, let clients know too. You know, if you go on a listing appointment and you had a schedule of your day and you can show your clients, this is what I do in a day. You know, that's something that probably another agent that they interviewed won't show them or can't show them. Okay. Approach your business as a real job for easier schedule adherence. So a lot of people have issues with paying a commission to a realtor because they feel that we don't do anything for it. You know, we just put it on the MLS and we sell it, right? But if you approach this job, this business as a real job, meaning you come in, you know, first thing in the morning, you prospect, you find new business, you take care of past clients, you service them, and you work on your marketing, et cetera, then it's so much easier for a client to see that and be willing to pay you and refer you. Okay. What do we always say, Tim? Like, if you had an 8 to 5 job, would they allow you to just leave in the middle of the day to go do this?
No. No.
You know, we often joke about that, but it's so true, right? So clients think you have a real job. If a client hired a private investigator and followed you around, would they have hired you to sell their house? Okay, think of it that way. Track your time for 2 weeks to identify time management strengths and weaknesses and share the results with your coach or managing broker or team. So one of the things I also handed out in our email today was a schedule. Did everybody get that? You got that, Dave? You got it, Luis? Yep, you're holding it. I can see it. So what I do with that, you can use that form several ways. One, just as a normal schedule, okay? And I'll tell you what I do is every morning before my kids get up, right around, let's say 5:30, 6 o'clock, I sit there in the dining room and just write out on my phone, you know, my schedule for the day, and I write it out on that sheet. Okay. And then I also write down who I need to call that day and just write their phone numbers out, pretty much write out what I need to do that day. And then during the day, I'll fill out that schedule, the time slot with what I did during that time. So at the end of the day, I want to be able to look at that sheet and say, wow, every hour was jam-packed with something that I had to deal with, and I can remember what I had to deal with that day, right? So if I look at it and it's filled out, then I know I had a very productive day. Okay, so that sheet that I sent out, you can use that as a schedule book, or you can use it as a reminder of how productive you were throughout the day. Okay. And I bet you if you track it for 2 weeks, you'll be able to identify where your weaknesses are, what times you're kind of like being a little more sluggish, where you can be more productive. Okay. The lack of personal goals and objectives can cause time management issues. The lack of personal goals and objectives can cause time management difficulties. One of the videos we used to watch, and it's still available on YouTube, is Simon Sinek. That was a really good video. Remember that, Tim?
The what is your why?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Why are you here? Why are you a realtor? Why do you want to make money? Okay. What is your motivation? Okay. If your motivation is to make enough money that you can take your family on a vacation, then you need to know how much this vacation is going to cost and how many clients you need to contact to make the sale in order to pay for this vacation. Right? If your goal is to buy a RV, you know, you might want to have a photo of that RV, make it visual, have a dream board. We used to work with a coaching team out of Atlanta, and one of their big things was have a dream board. Okay, make a dream board and keep it visible where you can see it. Okay, but always remember your why you're here. To boost motivation and time management, think about the places you want to go, things you want to do, and possessions you want to have. So again, just like what we just talked about, have a dream board. Okay. Share your schedule with staff, management team, coach, and clients for increased accountability. So it's really nice to be in an office where the managing brokers and office managers are here to help you and keep you accountable if you want that accountability. Okay. So for example, Luis, if you want me to call you at every morning at 7:30 and make sure you're in the office or heading to the office, I can do that. We can certainly do that. You know, we can give you a call throughout the day and just say, hey, how many contacts have you made? If you want that accountability, give me a call, give Tim a call, give Brooks a call. We'll sign you up and we'll make sure we call you, keep you accountable. Coaching is always available with us, so you don't have to do this alone. Okay. Establish a strong morning routine. The most crucial part of the day is waking up to 12 p.m. where nothing else should take priority. So establish a strong morning routine. You know, one of the big things that, one of the most popular YouTube videos from these YouTubers, okay, no matter what they're trying to sell, if they're motorcycle people, if they're trying to sell health and fitness, if they're trying to sell clothes on YouTube, one of the biggest video draws that every one of them seem to have is their morning routine videos. People want to know what these people do to be productive. Okay. And you can look it up on YouTube, various people, or just type in morning routine, and you can watch these YouTube superstars and people who are making a lot of money, providing us with content on YouTube, and check out their routines. Okay. It's actually pretty neat to watch because a lot of them do wake up early, okay, like 5 a.m. early, and they get a lot done before they even head to the office or start making content. Okay. So establish a strong morning routine. Make your morning schedule unalterable, concrete, productive, and intense. So if your morning routine is to, in real estate, is to get to the office, print off the expireds, FSBOs, and make calls right away, and you don't let anything else interfere with that. It doesn't matter if there's a phone call that needs to be returned, or an email that needs to be sent. You're not going to do that until you're done with your prospecting. That's being really focused. We've had some really rock star agents in our office that solely just made cold calls. And I can tell you that when they have it on their schedule to do it, they don't want to be interrupted. Their door is closed. Their headset is on. They're making the calls. Okay. It's nonstop. Avoid interruptions during your morning prospecting appointment, as it is the foundation of the business. So just like I said, make it known. Those agents that I mentioned about that prospected in the early morning, they made it known that they were not going to be interrupted. Okay, no matter what. Visualize yourself working with a client or management team watching. So if I sat there and had to follow you all day long and watched you, are you being productive? Are you doing everything you can to make income? Okay. Income producing. Regularly analyze what does not work in your schedule and discuss with your management team for potential changes. So earlier I had mentioned about YouTubers making morning routine videos. And it's kind of funny because they changed their morning routine too, and then make a new video about it. And they probably do that twice a year. So just because your morning routine works now, it may not work in 3 months. Things change, but you have to adapt to that change and still make it productive. Okay. The only thing that shouldn't change is the productivity of your morning. Okay. Review or revise your goals and schedule every quarter. Every quarter. And again, if you want help with your schedule, your routine, your goals, we're here to help you with that too. So one of the things with your goals is that maybe update your business plan for the year. Okay, if you're behind or if you're ahead, we'll have to take a look at it and alter it and make sure that it's something that you can achieve, that's within sight. Okay. Adhering to your schedule is simply creating a habit. And the more you do it, the easier it becomes. It takes time to form a habit. Studies have shown it takes, what, 21 days to form a habit. Right? Luis, you're nodding your head? Yeah, it takes about 21 days to form a habit. So, when you try to go on a diet, of course, the first 3 or 4 days might be easy, but then those second and third weeks, it's hard. But if you stick to it, then after that, it gets a little easier, right? A real estate salesperson's day is divided into 3 segments. The morning routine, okay, when you wake up till probably right before lunch. Early afternoon routine from 12 to 3. And then what we call presentation time from 3 to 7. And again, you may not want to work till 7, but between 3 and 5, let's just say, that should be the time when you try to fit in your presentations. Okay. And again, this is just a template for you to follow. It doesn't mean, well, Kong says that I can't go on a listing appointment unless it's between 3 and 7 p.m. Okay. You have to alter it, but just know that your day is into 3 segments. And the more you fit into one area, and then another area is where you try to do follow-up and catch up with your emails and whatnot. And then another time to go on appointments, then you'll be more productive. Develop a perfect schedule for yourself as an example based on a 5-day work week. A 5-day work week, okay? For the perfect schedule for yourself based on a 5-day work week. See, we want you to have the weekends too, okay? And of course, you're going to have to show houses here and there on the weekends. But if you focus on making your Monday through Friday as productive as possible, you will have that free time. Okay. Let's take a look here. So typical day, arrive at the office at 8 a.m., right? Get whatever you need to. If you have to wake up early, get your schedule together, figure out who you need to call, what you need to do that day, get your coffee, and come to the office. Okay. Check messages and expired listings from 8 to 8:30. So one neat thing is you don't have to check for expireds because we send it to you here. And every morning, Angela should have the expired listings sent to you along with the for sale by owners by 8:30. Okay. Call for appointments and do administrative work from 8:30 to 9. Okay. So if you have appointments later that day, that's the time to text those clients or call them and just say, hey, remember we have a appointment later today. Or you need to do some administrative work before you do your prospecting. Administrative work can range from turning in a deal to Seth. Seth is missing a payoff form. Try to send that out, right? That type of stuff. Role play scripts from 9 to 9:30 a.m. Now, Jim, you have been role playing with Kathy and Keith Lapari here. What days are those and time?
We have been doing it Tuesday and Thursday at 8:15.
Okay, so 8:15. Okay,
Usually about a half an hour to 45 minutes.
sure. So we have a small group already doing that here in the office. If you need to role play and are not able to come into the office, give me a call. I'll put you on the schedule and we'll role play every morning, at least for 15 minutes. Okay. It's nice to role play before you go into prospecting because it gets you into that mood. You're sharp. You know the objections. Okay. You're ready to go. So again, role play the scripts at some point in the morning. Here's another advice to you too. If you want to learn the scripts faster, okay, there is a topic on scripts later on in this training, but record yourself reciting the script, say the scripts, record it, and then just play it in your phone. Okay, and if you don't like to hear your own voice, then I'll record it and you can listen to me. Or I'll get Luis to read it and I'll listen to him if I don't want to hear my own voice. Okay, but that's a good way to learn it. Prospect from 9:30 to 12:30, checking for messages every hour. Okay, and when we say check for messages every hour, don't respond to them unless it's really urgent, but just check messages every hour so you can say, I will give you a call at 12:45 when I'm out of my meeting. Okay, but there's your 3 hours of prospecting to get your 20 to 25 contacts every day. Take lunch and relax from 12:30 to 1:30. Okay, and that's a good time to go prospecting too. Meet with a client for lunch. Okay, years ago we went to a convention with a real estate coach, and he would always say, I either eat lunch here at the office or I meet a client for lunch or a past client or a sphere of influence, never with another realtor, because that realtor is not going to buy a house from me. Okay, especially Monday through Friday. Return calls and do administrative work from 1:30 to 2. So again, a little more administrative work. See, the administrative work should only take you, we've allowed what, 8:30 to 9 o'clock, 1:30 to 2, an hour's worth a day. Because the administrative work isn't the income producing work that's going to make you money. Okay. It needs to be done. Okay, don't get me wrong, it needs to get done, but it shouldn't take you all day. Do lead follow-up and pre-qualify appointments from 2 to 2:30. Do lead follow-up and pre-qualify appointments from 2 to 2:30. So follow up with those leads that you have, especially the ones that said, call me back in a month or call me back in 2 weeks. That's the time to do it. Okay, and pre-qualify appointments that you have, if you haven't pre-qualified them already. Complete any necessary administrative work from 2:30 to 3. Okay, so there's another half hour for any more administrative work. Take a break and refresh from 3 to 3:30. Prepare for appointments, attend appointments, or do additional prospecting from 3:30 till the end of the day. Prepare for appointments, attend appointments, or do additional prospecting from 3:30 to 7. So preparing for appointments, listing appointments, okay? That may be a time to drop off marketing packages. Doing CMAs. Or just calling more expireds that, or FSBOs that you were not able to reach in the mornings. Now you can try later in the evening. Okay, because just because you can't reach them in the morning, and you keep trying to reach them in the morning, you'll never be able to reach them. Try another time. Okay. So that's basically it for time management today. Any questions? Jim?
Just questions in general.
Yeah, or comments?
Oh, just in my mind, this is one of the hardest things to get down. I know it's one thing to talk about it, and we all know what we should do. But it just seems you get pulled in a lot of different directions. And I certainly know I have a lot of room for improvement.
Right. If you have a schedule and adhere to it and manage your time, you'll become much more productive.
Yeah.
Okay. Luis, any questions, sir? thank you for attending today.
Oh no, thank you so much. I mean, this is great. One of the things that it really blew my mind on the audio that you sent was which was Mike Ferry, I believe, was talking. He had a client called him and said, "Hey, I need you to show me this house right now." And he was like, well, what time at is 5 o'clock good for you? And they were like, no, right now, which was like 10:30 or something like that. And it was like, well, I can't right now, I'm booked. And they were like, if you don't show it to me, I'll just call somebody else. And he was like, well, have a great day. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
And you talked about altering at times. And yes, I mean, you got to make that decision, but
Sure.
just it's so important to have this, just the whole schedule. And I really appreciate it. I know it's going to help me a lot. The other question that I had, Kong, was the best place to go for the scripts and the what was the other one? Yeah, the scripts. We have a website, and I know we have our videos too, right?
Mhm.
On YouTube. That's just the reminder.
I have a script book I can email you.
Okay.
Absolutely. Anybody that needs the script book we have here, and I can definitely email you a copy of it.
Yes, please, because I can just reprint it and print it and just put it in this book, and it will be just very helpful. Thank you so much.
Yep, I will make a note of that. Also, by the way, if for everybody on this call and then anybody that's listening to the one after, we did prepare for this class and all future classes. Remember, these trainings occur on Monday at 9:30 and Wednesdays at 2:30. Angela and I did prepare a binder for whoever wants it, okay? And it has the sheets that you're filling in and a lot of other content in here, which you can always add to as well. This is just a building block for you, but you can add on to it because one of the topics that we're going to cover is prospecting, okay? And this binder actually has not only the prospecting segment that we fill in the blank as we go along here with this PowerPoint, but also creative just listed, just sold, expired letters, FSBO letters, sample FSBO letters that you can use and alter the wording a little bit and make it your own, but at least it's a starting point for you. So if anybody wants a copy of the binder, email me, okay? And I will make sure you get a copy. Any other questions? Mr. Wall, I'll bring one down to you, all right? Dave, you live pretty close to me. I'll just drop 2 off for you. How's that at your house? All right. Well,
That sounds good, Colin. I appreciate it.
okay. Sounds good. If there's any other questions, tomorrow there's a class at 2 o'clock on the appraisal contingency. Okay. So let's join that because my goodness, this past Tuesday, yesterday, that class was an hour long going over a form that's just 1 page. Matt.
I got a question. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. Can't tell. These Zooms that you record, is there like a library of these laying around somewhere? If I'm, I won't be able to be around for tomorrow, but how would I go back to where would I find
Oh, what we'll do is
Old
after I finish
ones I
this,
missed?
stop the recording. I'm going to send it to Brooks. He'll add it to his library and his YouTube page, and you can always watch it there. How's
Yeah,
that?
we'll send you the link, Matt.
Okay.
Yeah. Brooks always sends out a link to the newest video. So
And then from there, you can look up the
Gotcha.
other one by date.
Right. Yeah.
yeah.
Cool. Thanks.
All right. Well, thank you all, and Jim, I'll get you a copy too. I saw your chat
Yep.
message there.
So Kong, just to recap with one majorly important thing, because obviously Dave White would agree with this. He's a Mike Ferryite. The most important part of the time management is your morning schedule. When you get up in the morning, you're fresh. Hopefully you're in a good mood. Yesterday is over. like in the afternoon, in the evening, I don't know if it's just my age or what, but I'm tired. I don't feel like having conversations that I have to think about. I'm fresh in the morning. My mind is great. So when you're fresh, the best opportunity you have to make conversations, to get appointments as part of time management is focusing on your morning schedule between 8 a.m. and noon. That's all I wanted to end with.
Yep. Very good. Well, we'll see you tomorrow, and if not, Monday's class will be, I believe it's on prospecting.
Sounds good. Thank you, Colin.
Thank you. Take care,
Thanks,
everyone.
Colin.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye.